All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here from Cayefuego in Pineville. This is Lamar Gafford, the host for Warrior Diamond Weekly here in Cayefuego in Pineville. And tonight we have ourselves our second episode of this show, and we're going to be talking about the baseball program and also the softball program. We had ourselves some good wins here over this past week, so we'll get a chance to talk about those here. Also, get a chance to talk to some of the players here, and then we'll get a chance to mention some of those things here as we get along here. Everybody's starting to file in here into the restaurant here, and so, like I said, we're just going to get ready to get things started. And speaking of, we're gonna pretty much, like I said, talking about the teams here in Class B here for baseball. Our Warriors are number 5, and our Lady Warriors in the softball side here are making it to number 20 right now. So again, plenty of time to be still be playing here with district play coming up here, and also the district races and also the playoffs getting ready to get started here. So we're going to go ahead, take ourselves a break here. We're going to get our coaches to get in here in about a few minutes here, and we'll, like I said, we'll get a chance to talk. Take a 2 to 3 minute break. Once again, this is Lamar Gafford for Warrior Diamond Weekly, and we'll be right back in about 3 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Warrior Diamond Weekly. I am Lamar Gafford, your host here for the Grace Sports and Programming Network, and we have both of our head coaches right now. To my left, we have Mark Rozier, the coach of the Lady Warrior softball program, and to my right, we have Josh Brown, the head coach of the Grace Christian Warriors baseball program. And we'll start off with you, Coach Rozier, here. Talking about this past week, we split a couple of games here, but we also had some good showings in our in 2 wins here this week here, where we really seemed to hit the ball pretty well.
Yeah, we when we going back to the district games during the week, we offensively really hadn't been our issue. Our issue's been getting out, trying to get off the field and everything, and we're not able to do that very well against Monterey, and ended up giving up way more runs than we should have. We did better. We tweaked our lineup against Harrisonburg. We made some changes, and we actually played this weekend, and it was pretty. We had our final game this weekend. We went 1-1. We won one. We lost one. So, but our second game was against the Wally, who is the Final Four team from last year, who is a really good team. They didn't get it all together just yet because of their basketball team making it so deep of a run, but they're a really good program, and we were able to stay on the field pretty well. I think it was 4-1, 5-1, something like that, and it was pretty inspiring. In fact, the post-game message was how well we had played with our new lineup defensively. Not perfect, but way better than what we've been doing. And if we can play with that intensity and that level of focus over the next few games, I think it's it's going to be exciting to look and see because we had some kids really step up and make some improvements.
Let's talk about on the baseball side with Coach Brown here. Still kind of came along here well with the team here this season. So far, got ourselves a makeup game from our district matchup against Oak Hill and got a win over there in Heinston just to kind of get back in the district race. So talk about this past week here for the Warriors.
Yeah, we had Monterey back-to-back days. Went to Monterey, and Brady had a good night on the mound. Good command, threw a lot of strikes. Defense played really well behind him. Wound up coming out with a 10-0 victory. Then had to turn around and play him the next day against their better guy on the mound. And it was kind of a struggle for going into the bottom of the fifth. It's 0-0. And we finally got our offense going, scoring 9 runs in the fifth inning, and then scoring another in the sixth to 10 10-0 again. But credit to their guys. Their pitcher he did a good job on the mound. I thought Logan was outstanding on the mound as well. We kind of had a little makeshift lineup. We put our center fielder behind the plate, and our catcher had been out all week with a hand injury. And but we found a way to get it done, and we had burned Logan. We were hoping we could get him out of it, maybe the third or fourth inning, get him out of there so we could save him for Oak Hill. It just didn't work out. You got to win that game. So we did that. We moved on to Oak Hill, and we knew that was a big, big game for us. We had to have it going on the road at Oak Hill. Couldn't really make up my mind. I think I was tossing and turning all night, who I was going to throw Friday night, and then Saturday morning woke up, kind of was going back and forth with a couple of different guys, and still didn't even know why the JV team was playing, but kind of just went with our gut feeling, kind of got the coach's advice, and then kind of went down there and looked at the guys a little bit in the bullpen and just decided to give Jaden Hernandez a shot. And look, he answered the call, man. He threw strikes, kept them off balance, and our defense, man, they did a good job. I think we had one inning where we had a couple mistakes defensively. That's not like us most of the time, but Jaden gave us a chance, and offense showed up. Offense was they showed up and gave him some support and wound up winning that game 12-7.
And it sounds like our people here at Cayefuego, they're excited about this as well. I'm pretty sure also they're giving happy birthdays and everything else like that. But let's go ahead, take ourselves a break here. We'll get a chance to talk about the softball program in depth here, talk about this past week and also coming up week as well here. And we'll be right back in about 3 minutes here. This is Warrior Diamond Weekly with Lamar Gafford here, and we'll be right back on GSPN. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right back here from Cayefuego in Pineville. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, Grace Sports and Programming Network, and we're right back here with Warrior Diamond Weekly. And right now, this is our softball segment here. Again, to my left, I have Coach Mark Rozier, and also to my right, I have one of his players as well. First off, let's start off talk about the past week here, as you kind of mentioned here. Some things here that this team starting to find out some things here about them also, and seeing some encouraging signs about this team here coming up.
Yeah, we took our yeah in the we all know that we lost like 6 starters off last year's team, and so we've really been trying to figure out the right combination. And you hate to move people around too much, but we ended up taking our All-State catcher Bella Acree out from behind the plate and moving her to the middle infield, and just trying to find a better way to get some outs. And it's been we've played 3 games this way, and it's been very encouraging. We've starting to solidify the infield. The outfield is starting to play better. So the last 3 games I think have been very encouraging, where we did give up some runs against Fairview. It was a 9 o'clock in the game morning, so I don't know if we were all just completely awake at the time. But fortunately, we were able to outscore them. We ended up with, I think, 13, 14 runs ourselves. But again, I told you earlier, offense really hadn't been our problem. We've hit the ball pretty well against almost everybody we played, with the exception of maybe Grant. We didn't hit the ball too good that game, but the thing that we've had to try to work on is trying to find a way to get some outs. We have very young pitching. We have a 7th grader, we have a freshman, and even we have a junior, but she even doesn't have very much experience pitching high school softball. So we've been using them interchangeably, trying to find the right combination. Sometimes we use one, sometimes we use all 3. It's one game we used them and had to come back to the starter again. So basically, we used 4. But really, the key to our success, we feel like, is solidifying the defense, getting to the point to where we can make all the routine plays and feel comfortable we're going to make the routine plays, because we were, like I said earlier, giving away too many outs and not making what we would consider to be routine plays. I mean, like even fly balls, whatever, just dropping them. And this weekend, especially in the second game, and really even in the first game, our defense played pretty well. And in the last game against Zawali, who is a pretty good team, one of the top teams in Class B, we were able to hold our own and go toe-to-toe. And we didn't come out with a win, but, it just showed you that if you play good defense, you can stay in the game. You can stay in the game and look for that timely hit. We didn't get it, but we left probably 8 or 10 people on base without getting them home. A hit here, there, and who knows? That game is really, really tight. It was inspiring. The final game was just so inspiring to me, because our left fielder, Sydney Selman, played great. Bella played great. We played at second. I mean, all around, it just seemed like it was so much more on point, and understanding, having that little burning in your belly to compete and just give it your all to make the game, play the game the way it's supposed to be played. And so it was inspiring. I look forward to it. I hope that we can continue to build on that.
Absolutely, and that's the great thing here about seeing one of the young teams here growing, making those progressions here and there, finding out who's going to progress here, who's going to make those plays here, as always, and everything. Because we all love sports, and we all love to see young teams grow and progress each and every single step of the way there, so that whenever they do get ready to get to that level up there, you're just so proud. It's like a teaching thing, like just seeing them go from here to boom and make those little baby steps here in order to get up there to the top and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. They to see, and it getting your leaders to be where they're at, but then to get the others to get on board and say, "Oh, that's where we're going, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's where we're going. We all need to get on board with this and make the commitment to do our best. And if we can do that, like I said, it's not where you started. I know we're a little bit on our record. We're down a little bit,
Hmm.
but we're a young team and we're having to learn. And we knew there were going to be growing pains going into the season, and there have been from injuries to tweaking the lineup to trying to figure out who can give us the best effort in the best place, position wise. It's really been uh, I guess just a growing watch. It's kind of like watching your garden grow, and you don't really know what's coming, but
Right.
you're hoping for the best. You're hoping for the best, and you're pushing them as hard as you can push, as hard as they'll let you push, and trying to get them to be. Trying to get them where they want to be, whether they
Hmm.
really know it or not at the time. So it's sometimes it's difficult, but like I said, this weekend was the last three games have been very inspiring, and I hope we can continue on because we jump right back into district Tuesday.
Hmm.
So
And that's what I was about to say too. You jump right back in the district. You get ready to get started with the second half of district play as well. You have Glamora on Tuesday. You have Avolt Charter on Thursday. You also have a game outside of district with St. Joe's Placerville. All the games are at home, so I better see y'all there. By the way, too. But
we need the support. Yeah,
yes,
come on out.
absolutely. So, like I said, good homestand coming up with the ladies as well, and hopefully they can continue their momentum as well. I see that you also have a player here to the my right here. So, who do we have here this week?
We have Katie Long. She's a junior. Been with our program for uh, at least 3 years. Is it 3 or 4, Katie? 4. Yeah, I knew it was at least 3. Really, the first year that she's been called upon to start and really produce, and but as you know, and a lot of people know that we had a group of kids that were here for like 3 or 4 years all together that played through. That's the team that we just graduated, and so we have new faces on board. So Katie's one of the new faces in the starting lineup. She's not a new face to our team, but she is a new face in the starting lineup along with several others. And so we're trying to push them, like I said, as hard as we can to tweak the lineup
Hmm.
however we need to give us the best possible chance at winning our game. So,
Absolutely. So, thank you so much, Coach. Here, we're going to go ahead, take ourselves a break, and we'll get a chance to meet Katie here and get a chance to talk to her in front of the camera and everything else like that. No pressure right then and there. So once again, this is Lamar Gafford for Warrior Diamond Weekly. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, the Great Sports and Programming Network.
all right, Katie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Cayefuego in Pineville, Louisiana. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, the Grace Sports and Programming Network. Before we get a chance to interview Katie Long, one of our players here that we have here for the softball program, just kind of letting everybody know of the games that we have coming up next here for the softball program. We have Glenmora on Tuesday, we have Avoyelles Charter on Thursday, and we have St. Joe's Plocherville on Friday. All the games will be at Lady Warrior Field, so get a chance to come out there and support your Lady Warriors as they continue to try to make their push towards the end of the season and also towards the playoffs and everything. So let's go ahead and let's get a chance to talk to Katie Long here, one of our players here that is a sophomore and a first baseman as well. First off, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Hey, so first off, just let's talk about being a member of this team here. As Coach has always said here, this is a young team here, but y'all still trying to learn and everything, but also go up through the battles and everything else like that. So just talk to me about being a member of this team.
Being part of this team, it's really fun, and it's just it brings light to my day, almost every day. Just coming to the field, all of us are so close, and all these girls are some of my biggest best friends, and we all just know each other, know how each other's day is, just all each other's struggles, and it's just really nice being able to see them every day. And yeah, we've had some struggles with losing a bunch of starters, so being one of the new starters, I guess, has been different and new, so it's kind of scary, but I just gotta relax sometimes. But yeah,
And that's the thing always, because you've been part of this program for a good while here, and you're waiting your turn. You get a chance to see some of the older players here and see how it's been done with them, and now you're part of that here. How much, I guess, advice, and also, I guess, by looking and seeing what they did here, how much did that kind of inspire you to now, okay, I'm part of the starting lineup, and I could be considered as a leader of this team as well?
well, with them all leaving, they obviously left a big legacy for all of us younger ones to follow, and really showed us how to play the game and different things that all of them taught me before they left.
Absolutely. How'd you get your start in softball?
I've played ever since I was little in T-ball.
Okay, so how about any favorite moments? What's been your favorite moment out there on the softball field and everything?
My favorite moment was definitely winning state when I was an 8th grader. That was definitely the best moment.
And that was a great moment and all through, because I remember seeing y'all play that game and everything else like that. And that was just, again, a great moment overall there. Talk to me about Coach Rozier and everything. How has he been towards yourself also? And do you have any stories or memories about him as well?
Coach Rozier, he's a great coach. He's really funny, and sometimes it's a little hard, and I don't know. It's a little hard sometimes, but he's a great coach and always tries to help me where I'm doing wrong, and always tries to tell me right and helps me fix my errors and everything.
Any funny stories about him?
There's a lot. I don't have a certain one in my head right now, but there's a lot.
I got you. So first, last off here, just talking about the season here, closing out the year and everything here, and seeing to kind of get y'all's momentum going as y'all kind of close out the year and everything. What's it going to take for this team just to kind of finish out well in district play and also try to compete for one of those playoff spots?
With our new lineup, I've seen a lot of light than we've had in the past of the season. And with the new lineup, I think we're definitely playing defense better than we were, along with we're also hitting just as good as we were before, but along with being able to make consistent outs, which I think will definitely help us win district or maybe get a spot in playoffs.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Katie, here for your time and everything. Want to just shout out to you and also the rest of the Lady Warriors as y'all continue to make that push towards the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a break here for about 2-3 minutes, and then when we come back here, we'll talk to Coach Josh Brown of the Warriors baseball program here and mentioning about what they've been doing here going up forward. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, and we'll be right back in about 2-3 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Warrior Diamond Weekly. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, the Great Sports and Programming Network. And now we get a chance to talk about baseball here. And we got the head man, Coach Josh Brown, to my right here. And we got some of his players in the background. First off, before we get started in talking about the Warriors, it's Brave season. Can't wait.
I can't. I'm excited, man. I am excited about the Atlanta Braves this year. Hopefully, we got a couple shortstops this year that can fill in and do the job. I'm excited about the Braves. So they're looking pretty good.
Look, I'm excited about them as well.
Absolutely.
We missed the playoffs last year, but look, we got to get back into the playoffs once again this year as well. So, got to definitely do that here.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about the season coming up here for you guys here. Had a pretty good week here. We won all 4 of our games here this past week here. Defeated Monterey and also defeated Oak Hill. All 3 of our games, by the way. You mentioned about the Monterey game here, getting a couple of 10-0 victories there, but also getting a key district win against Oak Hill where now we split the series and we put ourselves right back into that district playoff race.
Absolutely. We had to have the game. I mean, it was a no doubt. Or we had to go on the road and still won. We felt like we didn't play our best game at home against them, but we knew if we could show up at Oak Hill and throw strikes and our offense show up and get a little run support that we would have a chance to win it.
Now, I got a chance to see y'all and call y'all's game against Monterey on Wednesday there. Again, it was a pretty good pitcher's duel to start things off there, but that 5th inning, 9 runs there, getting a chance to get an offensive explosion there. And again, it's kind of like what we've been doing all season long. A clutch hit here, key base running here and there. Next thing you know, it snowballs into us getting ourselves some wins here.
Yeah, it's kind of contagious. If one guy gets going, we feel like everybody else can. Had some big innings. At times I feel like I wish we'd be a little more consistent with runners in scoring position, but I felt like the last this past week we did that a little bit better. Hopefully that'll keep pushing us forward because we got a key series this week.
Now we talked about for that game here. I think one of the guys I really was talking about here was Tyler Accordo here. He had himself a very good game, and you had mentioned to me during the interview in the press conference there that he's been one of your versatile guys all season long. What do you feel about him as well, and him stepping up and everything?
Yeah, we're glad to have him back. He really provides a guy that can play second base, shortstop, third base, first base. He can play all infield positions to be on and pitch. Anytime you can have a guy like that, I mean, it's going to be key to your success. But what it also does is allows us to put J.P. Harrell back in the outfield. We felt like we had our strongest defense yesterday with Jaden on the mound, so we were excited about that. But Tyler, again, he brings a lot to the table, and then it makes our lineup a lot better having him. I think that's the biggest thing that we were looking forward to is having his stick in the lineup.
Now, this coming week here, we got ourselves a key home and home against Avoyelles Charter, playing at home on Tuesday, traveling out to Minnesota on Thursday, and then we also have Southside and Grant. So we got ourselves a pretty good home stretch here for us this week as well. Talk to about these 4 games coming up here for the Warriors.
Well, Avoyelles Charter's had our number the last couple of years, so we're looking forward to that one. We're going to take it one game at a time. We got to come out and play our game, do what we've been doing recently. And, the good thing I like, we're going to have all our pitchers well rested. Jaden provided that yesterday. We're going to have guys on 6 and 7 days rest going to their next start. So anytime you can do that, you feel really good about the upcoming week. So I'm excited where our staff is at right now. Like I said, they're all going to be able to have some rest going into these games. But Avoyelles Charter's first, so we got to take care of those guys. And we know you can throw the records out. It's not going to matter. It's going to be a dogfight. And then we got Southside, 5A school out of Lafayette. Known their coach for a little while. Great guy. He was at New Iberia for a while. We got them on the schedule. We were looking to play another 5A school. So we're excited to have them at our house. And then we got Grant, who, they beat Anacoco, competed with Welsh. They've kind of been a team that's been kind of surprising lately. Been competing well. I know they dropped one yesterday to an in-district opponent, Harrisonburg. So, either way, we just got to be ready to go, whoever we're playing. It's PowerPoint system. I tell our kids everybody wants to win the district, but, at the end of the day, we're playing for PowerPoint. So we just got to keep going and doing what we're doing.
Absolutely. Now, before we get a chance to let you go here, we got 3 Warriors here to the back here. I would like for you to try to introduce them as well before we get a chance to talk to them and get them in front of the camera.
Yeah, we got Brady McDaniel here, B-Mac, Tyler Ricardo, and Jaden Hernandez. And Jaden was the guy yesterday, had an outstanding start against Oak Hill, and Brady came in and closed it up.
And what has these 3 guys here to the back of me? What have they meant to this team so far this season?
Well, they mean a lot, man. I mean, they're a fun group. They have fun. They root for each other. That's the biggest thing. All these guys pull for each other. They just want each other to succeed, and they mean a lot to our team. Every one of them. Brady's kind of a versatile guy. I think he's 7-1 with 2 saves on the mound. Tyler, again, can play 4 or 5 different positions. Jaden can play anywhere in the outfield. And then he gets a spot start yesterday and, gets us a big district win. So they all mean a whole lot to our team.
Well, absolutely. Well, we're going to get a chance to talk to those guys here really quickly here in about a couple of minutes here when we come back with Warrior Diamond Weekly. Once again, I'm Lamar Gafford here, and again, that was just Josh Brown here for the head coach of the Warrior baseball program. We'll be right back in about 2 to 3 minutes talking with those guys here to the back. Have a good one. All right, we'll welcome you back to Warrior Diamond Weekly. I am Lamar Gafford, the host here for GSPN, and of course, we got some games coming up here for Grace Christian as well. We have Avoyelles Charter on Tuesday. Yours truly will be on the call for that game. Also, we traveled out to Mansoura on Thursday for the second half of that home and home matchup against Charter. We also have Southside on Friday. So it looks like it's probably going to be Alex Newell. He'll get a chance to call that game, and we turn right back around and we play against Grant at the Burn on Saturday. So I'll also be on that call as well. So all of our games will be on GSPN for this season as well. And we're gonna talk to some of the guys that make the magic happen here. We got Brady McDaniel to my right. We also have Jaden Hernandez right behind me, and we also have Tyler Cordo to my left here. And first off, just talk to me about this season for you guys here. How excited have y'all been out there on the diamond?
It's been great. I mean, like Coach Brown said, I think this is the second best start since 2018 in program history. So, I mean, it's been fun with a great group of guys I've been playing with, and it's amazing.
It's been really fun. It's been a hard work and hard season, really. Not much to say about it, though.
I mean, I'll say it again. It's been a real fun season. Having fun with my best friends, making brothers for a lifetime.
Now, all three of y'all have had some very good games this past week. We'll start off with you, Brady, and we'll start off here with the game on Tuesday here against Monterey. Pitching a one-hit shutout there, getting a good win against Monterey in that matchup on the road as well. Talk to me about that game there and how much of in the zone that you were there.
Yeah, so going into that game, I knew I had to throw strikes. I mean, you got to throw strikes to win a ball game. That's known. And I knew I had a good defense behind me. I knew I could let them put the ball in play. I had a good defense. Tyler had a couple good plays in the outfield backing me up. I didn't have many strikeouts, so they just put the ball in play. And infield and outfield made plays.
All right, Jaden, you had yourself a very good game as well coming up on Saturday. Coach seemed to kind of throw you out there on the bump there, but you answered the call as he said too, and came out here with a 12-7 victory against Oak Hill, one of our district opponents there. Talk to me about that game for you as well.
Well, I wasn't expecting the pitch, and I got the call, and I know they trusted me, so I trusted my field, and let them hit the ball, the curveball.
Absolutely. And then, of course, Tyler, you had yourself a very good game as well. You got that game started in that fifth inning against Monterey on Wednesday there, where you had a pretty good game too with a couple of hits. You had a single, you had a double. Talk to me about, getting back out there and seeing everything at the plate now.
Well, I don't know. There's not much to say. I mean, I was just locked in. I knew I had to do something, start something, and it came and everything worked out at the end. I'm glad, I got to start something, and it was just a very fun game and easy game for me.
Talk to me about what got all of y'all into baseball. What was it about that baseball there that kind of got y'all into, yes, I can really do this here?
I'd say my friends, I guess. I don't know. Seeing how in the MLB making all these friends and family and brothers, I think seeing that really drove me to keep playing baseball and staying with that because I can make all these brothers for a lifetime.
Same question.
I think I was just watching TV one day and I saw the game and I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to try it out. And ever since, I just love the game.
To add on to what Tyler said, I mean, all of my best friends that I've made throughout my life, I've all met through baseball, and just want to keep it that way.
All y'all got a favorite team?
Oh, the Braves.
The Pirates.
Padres.
Man, we all got some good games coming up. And obviously, like we said, we got opening day coming up as well, too. So I'm excited about it. I'm pretty sure y'all are excited about it as well. The other thing that kind of gets you going and gets you excited is Coach Brown as well. Mm-hmm. So talk to me about him as a coach here and what good memories do you have about him and also funny stories you may have about him.
Yeah, Coach Brown has been great to all of us. I mean, he's just a great coach, great mentor of life. And one story that pops out of my head is my 7th grade year at Simpson. We all did stupid eye black, and we were losing, and he wasn't too happy about that.
Mhm.
And it was like 5-0 going into the top of the 7th inning, and we had to walk them off. I think it was a 7-5 game at the end.
Yeah.
He wasn't too happy about it.
I'm pretty new here, so I don't got nothing crazy that he's done, and but I've noticed that he cares about his guys, and we all care about him, and he's a great guy.
Also, very new here. One thing that sticks out about him compared to other coaches is how he cares about you and he takes the time to coach you and mentor you at different things. But the one story I'll say is the Glenmore Regionals last year. I think that was the best time I had in baseball.
Absolutely there. So, hey, look, guys, I just hope that everybody continues to roll right along here. Can't wait to get a chance to see y'all this week here. Let's get some more wins and let's just keep this stretch of the season here going as we continue to make that push into the playoffs and also that push to go to Sulphur.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna get a chance to take ourselves a break here. When we come back, we'll be right. We'll talk about the week coming up here as well here, and to kind of close out the show here. We'll be right back in about 2-3 minutes. This is Lamar Gafford for Warrior Diamond Weekly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Warrior Diamond Weekly. This is Lamar Gafford here. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody from Cayefuego here in Pineville here. So we had ourselves a little bit of a abbreviated show here, but once again, every Sunday, we'll be right here from Cayefuego. Come out and join us. Come out and support us and support your Warriors and also support your Lady Warriors here as we continue to talk about the week that we had and also the week that we have coming up here, coming forward here. Kind of closing out the show here, some of the games that we do have coming up here. Your Lady Warriors will be once again going having a homestand here all the way through the this next week here. They will host Glenmore on Tuesday. They will also host Avoyelles Charter on Thursday, and St. Joe's Placerville. They will host them on Friday. So come out and support your Lady Warriors there. And then, of course, for the Warriors baseball program, you have a home and home against Avoyelles Charter, where we'll be at the Burn on Tuesday against Avoyelles Charter. Then we have to travel to Mansoura on Thursday, and then we step out of district play here, where we have a game against Southside on Friday, and also against Grant on Saturday. So again, support your Warriors, support your Lady Warriors as well. Again, great time for baseball and softball all the way through as well. And of course, for everybody that supported the MLB and those who celebrate here, happy opening day, because this opening week is getting ready to get started. Furious and fast as well here. So once again, this is Lamar Gafford here for GSPN. Also, once again, like to thank here Mr. Randy Leffler here for helping us out here in the back with the camera and everything. Once again, could not do this without you here. Again, this is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. This was Warrior Diamond Weekly. We'll be right back next week here from Cayefuego. And again, thank you so much to the staff over there for helping us out as well. Have a good one, and we'll be back on Tuesday with our game against the Royals Charter in baseball.